We are here with Candiace, who was unfortunately banished in episode 8 of The Traitors. First of all, give me your thoughts on the Super Bowl experience that you had. That must have just been amazing. And Bad Bunny.
Yes. Oh, Babani. I was crying by the end. And I don't speak Spanish. I know like five Spanish words. Um, but the beautiful thing about art and as an artist myself, music transcends everything. It transcends language, race, everything. And it just felt so beautiful to be sitting there and experiencing that moment with him and with everyone that was on the field. It was historic. So the Bad Bunny concert was amazing. The game was interesting because it was giving goose egg for the Patriots for a minute. So we kind of got up and walked around a little bit. I saw some of my girlfriends. We went and bought some merch. And then we kind of started walking out before the end, and they started scoring as we were leaving. So I'm glad the Patriots got something on the board.
Mhm.
But it was for me, it was an amazing experience. My first Super Bowl. So one for the books for sure.
Okay, well, on to The Traitors. I want to start with when Alan Cumming tapped you on the shoulder in episode 1. It changed your game completely. Did you go
Yeah.
in wanting to be a traitor or a faithful, or tell me about your mindset?
I wanted to be a traitor. Like, are you kidding me? The game is called The Traitors, okay? As I said on the show, you want to be a main character. I have main character energy. So you want to be a main character. And I wanted to have fun. If I'm going to be away from my baby was 8 months at the time, be away from my baby, be, miles away from home in the Highlands of Scotland, running around the Allen's castle. I want it to be worth it. And for me, the fun of the game was getting to murder and, getting to scheme and just play this otherworldly, insane game that you're not doing this in your everyday life. So yes, it was always Traitor for me.
And you and Lisa and Rob, you had a really good thing going up in that turret
Yeah.
until, was it the moment Rob turned on Lisa? Is that when everything kind of spiraled?
Yeah. He started to break up the band, okay? And I wasn't with that. I'm loyal to the soil, okay? And I was loyal to my fellow traders. It didn't feel necessary to um to go against Lisa or Rob for me at the time. There were other options. There was enough suspicion and there were enough places to introduce doubt elsewhere that no one had to betray each other within the turret. It was a choice. It was a choice that some of us made, and I think that a choice that I think was always written for him. I think he always planned to betray us and go alone, if you will.
When he went after Lisa, that's when you wrote his name down. And then the week after that, you really went after him at the round table. Do you have any regrets, or you're happy that you stuck up for Lisa?
I'm happy that I cleared the desk. And I will clear this up probably for the rest of my life. And I will talk about this at the reunion. I love Lisa and I love um, the bond that we had in the castle. And I mean, I love her still to this day. I was just talking to her. She's amazing. My vote was not about Lisa, though.
Mhm.
My vote was about me. It was self-preservation. It was for me seeing and observing the playing field and the clandestine betrayal that was taking place under everybody's noses and sort of trying to pivot and figure out what my next move was going to be and realizing that I no longer had allies in the turret. That's what it was about. It's this idea that, oh, you're emotional and it was an emotional vote because you housewives stick together. Yeah, that's all true, but I need you all to like be uncharmed by this snake guy that seems to just have you all in a chokehold, thinking that everyone is flawed and he's perfect when we are all flawed. And even in that, I still stand by my game. I don't think my game was flawed. I think I played a perfect game for my circumstances, and I don't have any regrets.
Are all of these faithfuls kind of in a cult of Rob? Like they're just treating him,
Yes.
they've drinking the
They're
Kool-Aid.
drinking his bath water, Marcus. Yes, his dirty bath water. Everybody, just the goblets just clinking together. Cheers to Rob's bath water. That's yes, that is what it's giving. It is mind-boggling to me. But I was never in the Rob Club. From the time we arrived at the castle, I peeped him and I was suspicious of him even before we were named as traitors. And I was willing to play the game with him because the game is the traitors work together to get the faithful out. And that's what we were doing so well until some of us got greedy, I guess. So, it is what it is now. I would not have changed anything about the way that I played the game. I had an amazing time. It was so much fun. And we're on to the next thing. Well, I'm excited for the reunion. I'm excited to get to the reunion and see everyone and, have our final words on the game before we close the chapter and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. So after you left, Rob was given a choice to, sort of seduce somebody, and he picked Eric Nam. What do you think about that choice? And who would you have picked?
I think, oh, Eric, LOL. Um, I Eric is a wonderful person and so sweet and really funny. But Eric can't hear and he can't see. So I think you think about that choice and why Rob would make that choice. Because he had to recruit someone. It's, that's part of the rules of the game. When it's down to one trader, you have to recruit. So it was a choice, and we will see how it plays out. Anything can happen.
Hmm.
I said on the Traders podcast that I would have gleefully recruited Kristen. That is my one regret, that I did not fight harder to recruit. And if I had the opportunity, I would have recruited Kristen. She is a formidable player. I think she would have been a great trader. I think she has the propensity to don a good poker face. And it would have just been fun to, turn on Rob together and, have girl power back in the turret.
And she could have made so much good food for you up in that turret. She's from
Oh
Top
my
Chef.
God. Yeah, you see how I had a plan, okay? I was thinking, yes.
Well, before we go, Candace, I know you have a brand new single called If Only.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about that and how can people, stream that?
Yeah, my new single, If Only, is out now on all streaming platforms. So please stream it, download it. If you're familiar with one of the goats of our time musically, it is a Patti LaBelle interpolation from her song If. And it's actually a song about F-boys and sort of clocking nonsense in a relationship. And so the first line of the song is literally, I know you're effing with these beeps. I ain't crazy. That's how it opens. So it's a part of a new era of music for me that is a lot braver, a lot more raw. And I'm really excited to perform this music, to tour this music, and for everybody to get with it and fall in love with it. So yeah.
Very cool. I think Andy Cohen should have you perform at the reunion.
Oh my gosh. Well, Andy, let's talk. Have your people call my people. Yes.